pleasure to have all of you all here today. This is the first of the Regenesis Investment Club series. The whole idea of this event is to ensure that we encourage people across the board in overcoming their fears about investing in the public market and looking at it in a different way altogether. Regenesis as a group was born from a dream. Now, the ethos of the group also is to dream big. Do not dream mediocre, because as a promoter says, you eventually become what you think and what you really aspire for from your life. So, Regenesis was born from an idea where education and knowledge are what empower people to achieve their dreams and overcome their fears. So the group is incorporated in South Africa, and today we are spread across 3 countries, which is South Africa, Nigeria and India. We also have a first of its kind foundation, and this event today is actually an initiative of Regenesis Foundation, where we not only provide education for free online. So it might surprise you that all the MBA programs, the BBA programs are available online for free. We have the corporate education piece where we run management development programs on a calendar, which Murli will tell you about shortly. We have the PGPM programs, and of course we do high-end events of Ivy League speakers. On the advisory side, we run a human capital advisory business where we work with corporates and design tailored education and training solutions for them. Financial advisory is kind of in the DNA, so we continue to offer that service to select clients, where we advise clients on a number of initiatives, including business reporting, finance, so on and so forth. And of course, international education is a cornerstone of our business.
We believe education is one of the most underserved segments in the country. Education and healthcare, but healthcare is a separate issue. So I thought I'd just highlight a few key things in terms of offering. For individuals, the proposition is that of international qualification, which is recognized worldwide. So Regenesis Business School has a complete ecosystem that supports users. The advantage there, or the benefit there, is about the blended learning part, which means that there is a part that needs to be done you can do on your own. There's a part that you can do with sitting with others. The second is we offer an open management development program calendar where we get people. We're very happy to announce that on May 11th we will have the first such session, which is on strategy in volatile times by a Harvard professor who specializes in the new models of business, online versus brick and mortar kind of. He's done a lot of work in that area. And the third offering is what Karan mentioned. It's customized programs for corporates. So we try to bring the rigor of academics, marry it with the flexibility and the customization that corporate training brings.
This business, the margins or the profitability is on a higher side. The blended margin would be coming roughly around 60-65% of the total revenue. So that again is going to change over a period of time once we have Pipavav fully operational, because on Pipavav the costs are lower and the margin profitability is on a little bit higher side. Very recently we did a joint venture with one company which is called as Itochu Corporation. Itochu Corporation is, if you talk of its LPG trading business, it is the second largest LPG trader in the world. We created you can say leading energy sourcing player in India with this particular JV, where Aegis Logistics sold 40% stake of one of its sourcing company, which is called as Aegis Group International Pte. to Itochu Corporation. Initially was 100% owned by Aegis. So now Aegis owns 60%, Itochu Corporation would hold 40% through its Singapore subsidiary. But Itochu brings to the table large volume of gas, efficient and cost-effective shipping, strong negotiation power with the leading suppliers of LPG in the world. It can be a very large trader, or it can be the refineries themselves directly, and the financial muscle to do that huge quantities of LPG trading or LPG business especially for India.
How to combine the technical with fundamentals? Why I give the news is that normally when I see people who are core fundamental, they will say fundamental works. There are few hardcore technical people, they will say there is nothing like fundamental, only technical works. there are good few people who say कि फंडामेंटल अच्छा है but टेक्निकल से प्राइस लेवल पता चल जाता है कहाँ पे खरीदने का कहाँ पे बेचने का. That's the thought process people have. Whenever you get a strong idea, you ask yourself, what's the trigger? Normally, I keep hearing the word. Normally, and I have observed also that when some large company trading at a higher multiple, people tend to get to the tier 2 stocks, assuming the valuation gap narrows. I'm not denying it doesn't happen. It happens over a period of time. But in the way, will you be able to ride that boom? That you will be able to narrow that premium gaps? Very rarely we will be able to ride that boom, because until something extraordinary event happens, these things will not take place.
Globally, 70% people follow fundamentals, maybe 25% people follow technical, and there is a very small portion of 5% which follow actually behavior mixed with all these things. So ideally situation, if you ask me, it's a mixture of fundamental, technical and behavior.
Like crude, you mentioned that the sentiment right now is that it's going to stay at 40. That's what Goldman is saying. That's what Citi
Yes.
is saying. They're saying there might be a knee-jerk reaction, because of higher gas usage. But they say over a longer term, it's going to be stable at 40. So that's what the feel in the market.
My logic is very simple on this. When everybody knows that the crude is going to fall, the smart guys already exited, and most of the people have already sold. Nobody wants to buy it.
Right, but are you saying then to go long on it?
Yes.
When majority of the people are in a certain way to actually do the opposite of that.
Yes.
We believe market should go by some 25% from current level in next 1 year, and market should be doubling in next 3 years. We'll be really surprised in case it does not double in next 3 years time. So you are to be in the market. Equity will be the best asset class. Be there in the market and be on the buy side. Use these corrections as the buying opportunity. I like 3 stocks, so I thought I will discuss those 3 stocks with you. I am very bullish on Eicher Motor. I think it is very cheap at current level, at 15,500 level. It is very cheap, and of late I have been saying I think this will be the first stock which will go to 1 lakh mark from current level. I am not talking about जहाँ bonuses or splits आ गए हैं. From here onward, this will be the first stock to go to 1 lakh mark, and that too in your and my lifetime. Therefore, again, we believe this stock should deliver a return of 25 to 30% minimum CAGR at least for next 3 to 5 years time. 25 to 30 to 35% CAGR means the stock should go up 3 to 4 times in next 4 to 5 years time. And the third one was ZS Steering. ZS Steering right now putting at some 925 rupees or thereabout. I will be surprised in case the stock does not double in next 1 year.
I am looking first at a power company, Naveli Lignite, which is net cash rich, available at less than 8 price earning ratio, with almost 50% hard cash per share and growing with internal accruals. I treat this as a zero risk, 50% upside in 1 year kind of a time frame, which I think at the current valuations may be considered attractive. Another share that I am picking up, it has got cash of 400 rupees per share, hard cash, zero debt, net cash. It has got currently this next 12 months at least 150 rupees EPS. No capex except with internal accruals, has a steady source of rental income and has access to further development plans. Any guesses?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm not going to speak anything on the stock market, any themes, no ideas, no sectors, no fundamentals, no technicals. I have 2 messages for everyone. Even if you have invested 1 rupee in equities, be it through mutual funds or direct equity, everyone has a view on equity markets. So the message or the point is, your view has zero meaning if it is not backed by an action. My second message is, being fitter first and then look at the markets and then look at other things.
today's event would not have been possible without the support of Manish at Human Capital. Everyone, thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you next month as well.